Okay, guys, example 3, they're giving us two problems to do here. I'm going to divide the screen into A and B. Write an equation. Dane, what do I do when it says write an equation? Y equals box X plus box. Okay, so I'm going to deal with this first one first, the one in A. It says write an equation of the line that is parallel to this line and passes through this point. Now, if I'm writing an equation, Milan, there are two pieces of information I need, the slope and the y-intercept. Now, they gave us two pieces of information. They said it needs to be parallel to this line, and it needs to go through this point. What do I know about parallel lines? They'll never touch, but what do I know about their slopes, Quaza? Parallel lines, Kentaro, their slope is always the same, right? So what's the slope of the line they gave us? What is the slope of the line they gave us? Anybody know? Alex? 4 over 1. So the slope for this line has to be 4 over 1. What do I know about y-intercepts? Where is that point? Where is a y-intercept? Where is it, Julian? It's not a trick question. It's kind of obvious. The point where it hits the y-axis is on the y-axis, right? Okay, look at this point. It says 0, 2. How would I graph it? Julian? How do I plot that point? The x is 0. So I go up 2 on the y-axis. So what is that point? What is that point, Taggart? That is the y-intercept. They gave us the y-intercept. Anytime there's an x of 0, we find the y-intercept. Isn't that what you guys have been doing when you graph? You put in 0 for x and it gives you the y-intercept. So the y-intercept for this line is 2. So let's rewrite this thing so it looks like math. HOM?
Okay, so y equals 4 over 1.
Yeah, we can put it over 1. X plus 2. Beautiful. That's our answer. Now, let's look at this next one. You guys are going to have to remember what perpendicular means and how we find that. It says write an equation of the line. Okay, that means y is equal to box x plus box, right? That's perpendicular to this line. They don't have the same slopes. They're not parallel. They're perpendicular. Okay? And passes through this point. Now, what do I know about that point? What is that point, Willar? What's the name of that point? I would call that point something. It's the y-intercept, right? So I can go ahead and plug that in. Do you mind? I'm going to put -9 right here, right? Because they gave it to us. Okay, good. But what they didn't give us is the slope. What's the slope of the line they gave us, Rex? They gave us -5 over 1. What do I know about the slopes of lines that are perpendicular to each other? What do I know about their slopes? Ross? They have opposite signs, so since this one was negative, what's this one going to be? It's going to be positive. I'll put a little positive sign. I don't need to, right? But that's not the only thing. They have opposite signs, but what else do we do? We'll see. You flip it and make it 1 over 5. So what's the equation of this line? Let's write it like we would in math. All right? Kentaro. Y equals 1/5 x minus 9. Beautiful. Easy. You just need to know what parallel and perpendicular, how we deal with their slopes. All right? Good job, guys. Let's look at the next example.